Hi there everybody, today we're going to look at area of parallelograms and then we're going to look at working backwards with area of parallelograms. Alright, so let's get started. So a parallelogram is essentially a bit like a rectangle but on like toppled over. Alright, so what you've got is two sets of parallel sides, so that's parallel, that's parallel, that's parallel, that's parallel, but of course not with right angles at all. Alright, so no right angles. These two angles will be the same, and these two angles will be the same. But essentially, to work out the area of it, this is not about any kind of diagonal or anything like that. It's literally base times the perpendicular height. Alright, so that height from there to there, or that height from there to there. Depends where they put the line. But that's it. It's very much like a rectangle. It's base times height, but just not the slope. Okay, so find the area of this particular parallelogram. Really, really straightforward. You're given that height, you're given that height, sorry, that width, so it's 4 times 5, which is going to be 20 centimeters squared. What about this one? Well, again, it's going to be base times height. The reason they put this number in there is just to make sure that they're aware that you know what you're doing, all right, because I don't need this at all. It's just going to be 11 times 3, which is going to give me 33 meters squared, all right, and that's pretty much it. Right, so you've got to be kind of careful that you've got the perpendicular height. No doubt, further down the line, they might try and twist this in terms of maybe they give you this and you need to work out this perpendicular height, and that's more to do with either using Pythagoras or trigonometry, but we're not doing any of that today. All right, so what about if you're working backwards? All right, so maybe you're missing a side, but maybe I'll give you the area first of all. All right, so here you go. So find the value of A, which is the number at the bottom, which is the value at the bottom, if you're given the area of 42. Well, it's hopefully relatively straightforward, because you now know that it's this times this that gives you this, or working backwards, or the inverse, I'm going to do 42 divided by 7, which is just going to give me this. All right, so you can write them all out as you saw them before, so area equals base times height, so area equals base times height, and then from here, obviously it's an equation which you can rearrange to do like that. All right, what about then if you've got something looking like this? Well, area is 2.5. That is a red herring, don't need it, so I'm going to do 2.5 divided by 5, which is going to give me this. There you go, 0.5. all right, so sometimes I think you can overcomplicate it, you can overdo it. But essentially, if I've got the area, I'm working backwards, and knowing that I times these two together, then I'm going to do the opposite. So that divided by that, which is what I've got over here, is 0.5. All right. So area of a parallelogram, base times perpendicular height is a key part of that. All right, not the slope. All right. Please visit maths-school.co.uk and get a bit more practice on those. But you're welcome to also visit, remind yourself of this video anytime. Thanks for listening.